good job. Was popping, man. We back in the lab. Shit, John down the building. Back to the bread house. And today I'm gonna be dropping a few more dimes in this forex. Give y'all a few more information. Remember last time we went over with the candlestick closing. Today we're gonna be going over trend lines, support and resistance, so I can really give y'all, a better feel in the market, so start making some money in this thing. So let's get to it. Like I said, today we're talking about support and resistance and trend lines. I'm pretty sure y'all watched a few YouTube videos if you didn't get into forex a little bit, but this is kind of a different way on how I do it. First things first is I do my support and resistance with horizontal rays. I like to use red because red really pops out, shows what's really important. So how I do support and resistance is I do it with the wicks. I don't just look at top to bottom. Obviously support and resistance, floor, support, ceiling, resistance, sell from the ceiling, buy from the floor. Feel what I'm saying? But like I said, we're using the wicks, and you want to use the long wicks. That's always where price is going to meet back. So since we're already over here, I see a wick here, wick, and I only use trading view to draw. I don't use MT4 to draw. Shit gets aggravated. Not gonna cap. Also gotta get the highest point. Even if it's not a long wick, always gotta get the highest point. Okay. Wick. Wick. Right there. Yeah. Move that here. Alright. So all these red lines, you make them raise because forex is gonna continue forever. So all these red lines, they're gonna stay. So support and resistance. We're on the day chart right now. Let's go into the 4-hour. Everywhere you see a red line, you could obviously see rejection, 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 rejection. Support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance. Every time price breaks through the ceiling, it becomes support. Every time it breaks through the floor, it becomes resistance. So start from the bottom. This is support. Obviously goes up into the ceiling. We see the rejection right here because of the rejection right here. So that's obviously where price would have thought, well, people would have thought that would have been a sell. But you see that it broke through and consolidated right here again, creating more rejection, which then created this support. So as price went up, came back down and retested, support again, went back up, retested back down again, support again, shot up, obvious buy. So pretty much what I'm saying is once price breaks through the resistance and becomes support, pretty much what you're looking for is, if I get the clips right quick, you see this wick, want another one. That's the goal. Boom. That whole area could have been your second entry because you would have saw that wick or you would have saw that wick. Stop loss would have been under here, right under that support. It's already been designated, so, and simple entry, look at that, boom. That would have been money. See what I'm saying? Now then, let's see. Okay, so we see that price broke through this resistance, shot all the way up. You see that momentum didn't slow down when it broke through, it just kept shooting all the way up. So obviously when it shot all the way up, we're aiming to the next point. So as it continues to the next point, we start to see price just consolidate and slow down a little bit. So as it slows down, we notice it didn't even get to the line at all and just drops. Once it drops, retest the support. So obviously what we're looking for is another retest. But as we see, price consolidated. We don't trade consolidation, trade moves. We don't trade consolidation. That's everybody getting ate up. So price consolidated. It didn't give us what we wanted and it broke right down, creating a sell. But like I said, going back to the day, it's all about the wicks. All about the wicks. These are the same lines that I drew earlier in the video. See what I'm saying? So as long as you got those wicks, you go down to any little time frame, things are going to link up. And then you just apply that to your trading, and then you just base your moves off the lines. Simple as that. Now then, I think that's enough about support and resistance. I think you guys pretty much get that. If you don't, you could definitely leave some questions in the comments below. All right, now let's go ahead and get into trend lines. So I know you guys watch some YouTube videos about trend lines too. While I use my trend lines, first thing I do is I go to the day, I see where we're at. All right, so if you know anything about Forex, then you know that a buy starts from the bottom, the sell starts from the top. And if you did know that, well, now you know. So start from the bottom. So if I'm looking for an uptrend, I'm looking down. If I'm looking for a downtrend, I'm looking up. So I see that price moved up from down here. I see price moved up from this area. So obviously, go to my tools, grab a trend line, boom. Simple, right? Pretty sure you guys seen this before. Well, a lot of y'all don't know this is kind of a secret to trend lines. I'm pretty sure you guys were taught you use a trend line, it goes up, you buy here, get a good entry, comes back down, you put another entry here, and then you pull out when you're up here. Yeah, that's the basic way of trading. The real thing about a trend line is the main point is to catch it from the bottom and you see it all the way through. Once you see it all the way through, it will collapse at the end. What I mean by that is, watch. So I obviously just drew this trend line here. Looks pretty basic on the day. Go to the 4 hour. Things get a little more complicated. So, see, it started from the bottom. This is the same area that we started in the beginning of the video. So, you saw it go here. First entry was here, and that's where we got to. Obviously, the trend's not finished. So because the trend's not finished, that can't really be your main goal as a trader. You're looking for the move. The move finishes when the trend finishes. So how you indicate the trend finishing would be towards the end. Okay, so we see trend line came all the way up here. Price rolled the trend line all the way up here. Once it got here, you have to understand that this has been an uptrend for a long time, for a few weeks even, because we're on the 4 hour. It's been a real big uptrend. So that being said, you got to think in your head, how long could this uptrend really last? Of course, other Forex videos will teach you, you see this higher low, that means we're going to buy again. But you always got to keep in mind that the market's here to take your money. The market's not here to help you win. So with that being said, you see all this rejection, then it's coming from a big drop. Maribozu. That's two indications that we're not going up anymore. There's also a few more indications, but I can't give you all that sauce in one video. I'll save it for the next one. But so obviously, like I stated before, trend line, we reached the end point and it's dropped. Obviously, you see that it broke. Once price breaks a trend line, delete it. That trend's finished. It doesn't exist. Don't even look for the buy anymore. So now we're in a downtrend after that fall. If you're in the middle of the fall, link up your trend line as it's falling. When you see this trend line, you ride this all the way through. But once price breaks this trend line, this trend is over as well. And with that being said, a new buy is creating to form. As you can see, head and shoulders right here. If you know anything about candlesticks formation, you guys know a head and shoulders is a big banger for an uptrend. So obviously we can see gold forming a head and shoulders. We already said that the downtrend is finished because it broke. So head and shoulders and broken downtrend equals uptrend. So we get prepared for an uptrend. Price broke resistance, came back down. Like I said, we got a head and shoulders, so it retested the box. Just leave the box there, give you a better visual. We zoom in. We could obviously see that the low was created here. We had a retest here, and we had a retest here. My entry would be this right here. Go long, which means buy. Long means buy. Short means sell. Stop loss down here. Take profit. Next red line. Simple as that. See the risk rewards about what's that, about 1 to 3, and you put it down to a lower time frame, you could obviously see it's a real good move on gold. Let's move this a little bit so you guys can really see what I got going on here. A decent lot size, that'll be money, man. And also, you also got to remember to keep your stop loss away from the noise, because the noise is right here. You got down here, you got down here. Can't be cheap with the stop loss. See what I'm saying? You got to be numb to the red. Losing's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You can't always be a winner. You know, you can only win when you win, but got to be numb to the red. Go for your real move and be patient. But like I said, profit is next red line. You ride that all the way out, and then you see an uptrend beginning to form. After that uptrend is finished, you see the consolidation happening, you go for a sell. Simple as that. Alright, y'all, that's it for today, man. Appreciate y'all for watching this video. I hope y'all got some information from it. Hope y'all can really take it and really put it in trading. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all stay in tune for the next video coming through. Y'all go ahead and get back to making that bread, and that's a wrap, man. See you when I see you.